So there were 3 salesmen who went to the Midwest to learn how to sell a new piece of farm equipment. They came from different parts of the country, and they each sold farm equipment in their different respective parts of the country. They gathered for a week together. One was a Hindu, one was a Jew, and one was a negativist. This person worshipped at the altar of negativity. It didn't matter what happened. He had something to complain about, to whine about, to moan about, to point out what was wrong, what was missing, and this went on all week long. It was so draining that by the end of the week, the other 2 could hardly wait to get to the last sales call, drive the 30 miles to the airport, get on their plane, and fly far away. They made the last sales call. They're driving out through the country, heading to the airport. They get about 5 miles from the sales call, heading to the airport, and their car breaks down. Well, the one just erupts. Said, we're not going to make our call. We're not going to make our plane now. And the other said, calm down. We might get some help here. They look out across the field and they see a farmer's house. They decide to hike to the farmer's house and see if they can get some help getting their car fixed. So they hike out there, knock on the door. Farmer comes to the door. And they explain their plight. And the farmer looks at his watch and he goes, oh man, Sam's got the only shop around. He closes sharp at 5 on Fridays. You know, it's 5:15. He's not going to be there, but he will be back in the morning. And hey, you know, I got an extra room with a couple of bunks in there, and I've got another bunk out in the barn. You guys can stay here, and I'll make dinner for you, and you'll be okay. So, you know, the 2 are going, okay, well, thank you. You know, this will help us, and the other's whining, moaning, and complaining. When it comes time to go to bed, the one says, well, I'm not sleeping in the barn. I'm not sleeping in the barn. And, you know, the Jew says, no problem. I'll sleep in the barn. So they bed down. About a half an hour later, knock, knock, knock at the door. Well, the one erupts, being awakened. They go to the door. It's the Jew. And the Jew says, you know, in my tradition, pigs are unclean. There's a pig in the barn, and I'm diligent with my faith, and it just really isn't okay for me to be sleeping in the barn with an unclean pig. And so the one is all upset, and the Hindu says, no problem, I'll go to the barn. So they bed down. About a half an hour later, knock, knock, knock at the door. The one again erupts, being awakened. They go to the door. It's the Hindu. And he says, I'm very, very sorry too, but you see, in my tradition, cows are sacred. And there is a sacred cow in the barn. It is not okay for me to be sleeping with a sacred cow. So the one is all erupting. He said, forget it, I'm not going to get any sleep in here anyway. And he marches out to the barn. About a half an hour later, knock, knock, knock at the door. They go to the door. It's the cow and the pig. Yeah. So it is a vibrational universe. There really are no hidden thoughts. There are no hidden thoughts. As Bob was mentioning, everything is connected. And the law of attraction being the effect of the law of vibration, you cannot not attract into your life that which is in harmony with the dominant thought patterns of your life. So Raymond Hollowell expresses this, and he describes in here the law of polarity in how the law of attraction works. You know that everything in this universe has both a positive and negative charge. Form is held in place through the law of polarity. Every atom has within it the neutron, or the neutral base, and then it has a proton and an electron that binds matter. Everything that we experience in our life is drawn and bound into physical form through the law of polarity. The law of attraction then works through the law of polarity, which is how you use your mind. And there are 2 phases to this law.